Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to another video. Another beautiful crisp spring morning, you could say. It's not winter anymore, unfortunately, but the early weeks of spring in Alice Springs, it's still nice and crisp in the morning, and it's certainly my favourite time of day. So that's most likely why I'm making a video right now. It's 9:49 in the morning. It's Wednesday the 13th of September, and it is time we have a little chat. It's time I update you guys, because at the end of the day, you deserve it. You've been here with me this entire time, and I wholeheartedly appreciate it. I want to first and foremost apologise that I haven't got back to any comments. I haven't been in the right headspace. Some of you may have assumed that, but I've got some news. I've got some updates, some of them good, some of them bad, some of them interesting, if nothing else. So the first update is, what day is it today? It's day 56 at the end of the week, 57, 8, 9, 59, day 59 of this transformation, of this challenge. I really don't know what to call it. Day 59 of my attempt, be that multiple attempts, to quit drinking for 90 days. So we're almost two-thirds of the way through the actual, 90-day time frame. And I actually feel a lot better being out here. So let's do that. I don't want to talk too loud because we do have neighbours either side. But what I do want to do is just update you guys because you deserve it. Last time I talked to you was day 53, 54, 55, 56. That would have been day... Sorry, my brain. Yeah, my brain. I mentioned that in the last video, right? I'm feeling better than I did, and I feel like part of that reason, I can't even remember I haven't been in the right mind frame to even watch my videos back. I've just been posting and that's pretty much it. But what I believe I may have made reference to is the fact that I have been smoking some really potent weed, and I guess one update is that last night, day 58, was the first night this entire time that I didn't drink any alcohol and I didn't smoke any weed. Now that, if nothing else, is interesting, like I said at the start. And it has to, I'm in the process right now. Look, basically, I've had a couple days on alcohol, couple days off, couple days on, couple days off. I haven't managed to kick it completely. But there's one way that has consistently helped with me not drinking any alcohol on a particular day, and that's smoking weed. And that's been the way that I've gotten through this, and that's why I'm not calling this series sober for 90 days, because it's not sober. I've been smoking weed, and myself and weed have a long-lasting relationship, very, very long, tumultuous at times, up and down, but it's still there. It's still my companion. It's still my comfort zone when and if I need it. But last night, I couldn't get any, and I couldn't get any alcohol because it was a Tuesday night, and here in Alice Springs, you can't buy takeaway alcohol. Now, I could have gone to the bar, I could have sat there, got 2, 3, 4 glasses of wine, got my quota, and came home, but I just couldn't allow myself to do that. I would have felt so ashamed, because we were, sitting here at night in the evening, and I would have had to leave the house on my own, explain what I'm doing to the mother of my kids, and it just simply didn't sit right with me. So I didn't have weed to lean on, but I had my second hack to lean on, and that was to eat a copious amount of food, so that even if I did get the cravings, even if I did get the thoughts of going to the bar, I thought, you know what, that $30 odd that you're going to spend, well, 30, it's $8.50 for a large glass of wine, that would be $34 for 4 glasses of wine. And I would have spent that $34. And I know that because of the amount of food that I ate, it wouldn't have hit me. You know, it just wouldn't have. And it would have been a waste, and I would have felt absolutely stupid. Now, the only real reason why I would have still done that is because I'm shit scared of getting into bed sober. I'm shit scared of not being able to sleep. That has always been the real the thing that frightens me, you know, because when I do string a few days together, I realise that no, I don't need a substance to go to sleep, and that's okay. But at the moment, unfortunately, I do have this idea in my head that if I don't have some sort of substance in me when I go to bed, it's going to be a fucking hell of a night, and I'm going to toss and turn, and it's going to be terrible. I'm going to wake up shattered. And look, last night I tested that. I tested that theory, because at the end of the day, what I'm doing throughout this 90 days, I haven't been able to string the days that I would have hoped together. There have been situations where I've just folded, relapsed, you could call it. But at the end of the day, what I have done is I've just been building. You know, I've been building my mental fortitude, just building my armor, you know what I mean, against this addiction, and experimenting with different things, and inserting myself into different situations without alcohol, and experiencing that, and realizing that I can do it. And last night was a big one. Last night was a really big one. I don't want to downplay that at all, because I got through the night, and I'm going to say I turned over about, I'm going to say, 20, 25 times, which was shit. It was terrible. I fucking hated it. And that's pretty much what I'm afraid of. And that is basically the worst. I experienced it. I went through it. And if I was to not drink and not smoke tonight, it would be just that little bit better, that little bit easier. And as the days go on, I know wholeheartedly, I've got that it would just get easier and easier. And it's all about being strong. You know, it's about knowing that you're worth more than that. And it's also about not wanting to spend the money. And it's also about wanting to wake up fresh and without this brain fog that just affects everything. You know what I mean? And it certainly affects my willingness to like socialize, and my willingness to get out there and do things, and it makes me depressed. So I know what I need to do. It's just I'm building to that point. And look, it hasn't been perfect, obviously, but I needed to make this video. And the last thing I wanted to say is that I've been applying for jobs here in Alice Springs, and I've had 3 interviews now, and I've actually got offered a couple of positions, but I've had to turn them down because it's not the role that I want to sink my teeth into. You know, I want to accept a role. I know I'm a decent employee. I bring a lot to the role, to whatever role. You know, I'm a quick learner. I'm honest and trustworthy, and a fairly decent communicator at times if my mindset's right, and I've got good attention to detail. I can type at 60, 65 words per minute. I bring some things to the table. I've had a hell of a lot of experience in the disability field, so if I was to get back into that, there's good money in it. But the couple of jobs that I've been offered, unfortunately, just haven't. I mean, some guys out there who are struggling to get work would probably say, you're an idiot for doing that. But I'm in a place called Alice Springs, and it is easy to get a job here. And so I've said no to them. And what I've started to do is to apply for jobs interstate. And if something comes up that is worth it, thinking about the future, of course, thinking about, being the provider for my kids, then I'd have to consider it really seriously, and I will consider it really seriously. So I've been applying for a few jobs interstate in Queensland, and what that's led me to sort of think is that maybe having these videos on YouTube is possibly not the greatest idea, due to the fact that they may research my name. I mean, I'd be extremely surprised if an employer, when they get my CV and they ring me up for an interview, I'd be extremely surprised if they hadn't at least searched my name on Google. And what comes up is my YouTube channel, and then they'd find that and they'd go through my videos, and obviously I've still had interviews, so they've not thought too much of it. But what I think they haven't done is go down to the bottom of my page and look at my other channels, which includes this one. And if they were to click on that and see these videos and see where I'm at, I mean, I wouldn't employ me. I'd think that this guy's way too unstable. He's got way too many problems. We don't want that in the, I've discussed drinking at work and things like that, or at least the thought of doing that. And yeah, that's not something an employer wants. And so the last thing I'll say is that if this channel goes real quiet anytime soon, and the channel will remain, but the videos may be put to private. The only reason for that is because I could quite possibly be in negotiations with a possible employer, and the job will be more important than having my life laid out on the internet for everyone to judge and comment on. You get that, right? I hope you understand. And then I assume I'd get the job, I'd begin the job, I'd get settled, and I'd begin making these videos again, and I'd make public the library of videos on the channel, because, and I think that the reason I'm mentioning this, and I haven't made the decision yet, is because I've been close. I've been real close to making that decision, and so, for anyone following along at home, for anyone on their own sobriety journey, don't think that I'm leaving. Don't think that I'm letting you down. Don't think that I'm letting myself down. I'm doing what's right and what's best for the future. And I'd love nothing more than to have a platform here, right on this channel. It's okay to talk, to discuss these type of things, the things that are taboo, the things that people struggle with discussing, and it's for reasons like that. It's because they don't want to get judged. It's because they're living in a society where, if especially an employer, if they find out that you've got some issues, of whatever kind, it's possible that they may make certain judgments, and they may make certain decisions, and those decisions can affect your future and your income. And at the end of the day, money makes the world go round. So that's all I've got to say for today, guys. Hopefully I don't have to delete the channel, because I do want to continue updating it. But for now, I'm actually about to go and apply for a couple more jobs, and then I'm going to go to the gym for my first workout in about 2 weeks. Exactly 2 weeks. It was Wednesday 2 weeks ago. I was in Christchurch, and I just finished, I think it was my first leg workout. I can't remember. I haven't really been, looking at this channel. I've just been focusing on myself, focusing on my future, and that's what that's it. That's it. YouTube's cool. YouTube's given me this opportunity to share my experiences and hopefully help some other people out there. That's what this was about. It was about keeping me accountable to my own goals, and also hopefully motivating or inspiring or sharing, just sharing with other people out there that may need it, And I think we've done that. So Whew, thank you for watching. I'm going to try and enjoy this workout. One thing's for sure, well, actually nothing's for sure. I'm not going to say anything, but it is day 59, and I thank you for being here. And we move forward, we continue. That's all we can do.